Well, it's finally that time. It's come down to this, the final three. We've got Josh, Bethany, and Emma. It's always surprising to see who really makes it, because some people really push hard to get there, and others kind of, in a way, find themselves in the final four. So I'm not gonna say who that is or who I think that is, but you know, since I'm taping these parts way after the fact, but looking back through the footage and knowing where I was at assembling these events, I was rooting for a couple different people, and so I was very curious to see if they could pull it off. And I just knew that tonight is going to be, it's so key to be able to say your pitch, to really want to win.
How you feeling? How you feeling about tonight?
I feel so grateful. Yeah, it's been a fun adventure. So just getting to spend time with these awesome people, but also marveling in competition and some fun stuff. So we'll see.
Any expectations for tonight, or any preparation you've thought about? Or what to expect tonight?
I want to be on my toes in a good way. Try to be level-headed and confident in what I have to say, whatever that is, and whatever I'll be asked in answering. So we'll see. No expectations though.
Hey, you're here?
Josh, all right, so you made it to second time. How you
Yep.
feeling tonight?
I'm feeling pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think my cards are pretty good. I think half of the group is gonna vote for the one girl, and the other half is gonna vote for the other girl, which means that everybody's second vote should go to me, and I think I got it. Pretty confident, actually.
Awesome. Glad you have you here.
Howdy.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm really excited to see the footage because so much time has passed, and I think it'll be really fun to just catch up and see what all has happened, maybe things that I'm not aware of.
Any preparation for tonight? Any idea of what to expect?
I don't know, I think I'm just really grateful to be in the top three. I think that that's quite enough for what I was hoping for, so I'm just happy to see what happens next.
It's a lot of hours to put on these events, time consuming, just the logistics, food, all that kind of stuff. It's been a blast, and so it is fun kind of just coming back together. And one thing I wanted to do with tonight's episode is I set up a whole projector screen so that all of the contestants can kind of rewatch some of the highlights of this whole season, to also remember key moments that might help them or maybe not help them win tonight. So it's good or bad, but it's fun because we all just got to be together and hang out, made a whole bunch of popcorn, M&Ms, that sort of thing. And it's just fun. Like, this has just been a great excuse to have an adventure with your friends. If you're someone who's been watching this since the very start, and you're interested in doing something like this, reach out, message me. I'd be happy to kind of share with you some of the stuff that I've come up with. If you ever want to do something like this, maybe not this elaborate, but you want to do something like this, like a cool scavenger hunt or something like that, hit me up. I'd be happy to help you, because these are just fun to make, and they're just a great excuse to just go on an adventure, a healthy competition, and hang out with friends late at night, doing things you would just never ever do in normal life outside of an event like this. So sit back, grab some popcorn, grab some pink lemonade, and enjoy tonight's episode. See you at the end.
All right, well, thanks everyone for coming. It's been like almost, I think, 7 months now since we started in October, so it's fun to be able to get to the end. But first, I'd like to have a big round of applause for the final three. Come on in.
Yep. Come on down.
These are really low seats. I'm getting too old for this.
Jeans are a bad choice.
You guys made it. It was for 7 months, 16 events, all right? You guys went through a lot, and so I've prepared a really awesome recap. We have like 30 hours of footage over all these events. So I worked like mad to try to get something that was even and fair, and it showed the whole adventure and everything, because I really wanted to reflect how people vote tonight, to see how people played. Because I think whoever you think you might be voting for, it might change after you watch. We'll see. And I think that's part of the fun of this. So my adventure is being able to create this kind of cinematic adventure for you guys. So seeing the looks on your faces is, I get it, that's my treat, okay? So thanks so much for making it. It's awesome that you guys got here, the final 3. It's a big accomplishment. You guys played a lot of games and a lot of late nights, okay? So what we're gonna do is we do have popcorn, peanut M&Ms, pink lemonade. We're gonna go grab some snacks. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna watch a recap. It's gonna be awesome. So let's go do that.
Thank you,
all right?
Joel.
Yep.
Thanks, Joel.
Sure. Did you touch?
Yes, I did. That was lame. Good job.
All right. Oh, 1 minute 58 seconds, Joy.
Steal one item from another player.
So Jared, did you bring a IOU for her?
An IOU?
Yeah, I told you to bring an IOU for her.
To bring an IOU?
Yeah,
Oh, to write one?
I told you to bring one. Yeah.
You're goofing around. Give her
No, I was telling you to bring an IOU. Because she needs to know. She has to have an item.
I tell her here.
No, that's another infraction.
This is the start. So my legs are so tired. That did real quick.
Oh, Cody touched it.
Somehow I didn't.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
10 servings per container. I might pass on this one. Because I know that I'll get to the gym and Ben will kill me. No, worth it.
I'm just really contemplating. I don't know if that's enough gold.
And I could be wrong. I think Bethany might surprise me, be a lot faster than me, but I'm thinking that she's probably might be the slowest. So maybe I should pair Bethany and Cody together. And
Nice! You're done!
find it?
Found it.
All right, I'm out of here.
Okay, do you need help?
Woohoo!
Woo!
Take this to the end.
Bingo. Congrats, you made it to the Pirate Council.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything, you found it. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
That's super cool.
Yeah, so sorry it was a little long, but I think it's important because we spent a lot of months and I put a lot of planning into all of this. And so one thing I would like to say is for the people that are actually going to be on the jury, which is obviously Gauger, Jeremiah, Cody, and Rachel, this game wouldn't be what it is without the players who are out. If some players don't get out, it's not worth winning too. So it's very important you guys being here, so I really appreciate that. So what we're gonna do right now is we're going to open it up to questions from the 4 players who got out first, okay? So if anyone would like to go first, go for it. Step right up. Rachel. Yep.
First of all, I want to say, as Joel brought up, you're welcome for me getting out, so you guys can be where you are. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. Congratulations, guys. It's fun watching this video back. I forgot how many challenges we had. That was a long many weeks, and then it's all the seasons that we competed through, so it's funny, we're summertime. So yeah, congrats, and I'm sorry I couldn't be at the final one. It was my son's birthday, so otherwise we would have been here. Okay, so my question that I want to ask each of you, and everyone plays very differently in this game. Something that's very important to me personally is like character and ethics, and I have a very hard time, like, which is probably why I am out. I don't do a lot of behind the scenes play really well. I kind of am like teamwork always. And I know that's kind of a big part of this game, but I have two-parter questions. I'm gonna have to ask each of you. What is something that you were most proud of in the way you played? And what's something maybe you regret or don't feel proud of? And if you don't have anything, that's fine too. So those are my two questions for each of you. So,
Whoever wants to go first.
Whoever wants to answer first.
Do you want to go first, Josh?
I guess I'll go first. Let you guys go with a really good answer. Yeah, so real quick, the two questions are something that we're proud of and something that we're not so proud of. If there's something. Okay, so the one thing I'm proud of about the way I played the game this time is, you know, we started out early in the season and I was super busy with work, and me and Gogger were basically tied for last place. Had nothing left, but at the end, I came up with a pretty decent strategy on using my skills and figuring out how how to get myself into a position where I was still competitive. So I was really proud of that I could come, basically the David and Goliath story, come from the bottom and make it all the way to here sitting with you guys right now. So I'm very proud of that.
Cool, thank you, good answer.
Yeah.
So, Rachel, I feel like I can empathize with the, you know, go team and supporting and all that stuff. So I totally get that. I have a really hard time like being a pirate, stealing stuff. So I think being able to, I guess, something that I'm kind of proud of, I guess, is just to find the areas where I could support. Like Josh, it was really fun trying to get you to the top. Gogger, I tried to get you to the top, but it's okay. And then something I kind of regret, Bethany, you were super piratey, and I respect that a lot. I wish I maybe strategized more, I don't know, took more risks. I'm very cautious and I'm safe. So I kind of wish I, you know, leapt for more, if that makes sense. I was also busy with work in the beginning, so I couldn't make it to a lot of the scavenger hunts, but yeah, I can empathize with that. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's just, I don't know, I feel like women, we want to be community and like not be pirates would be great. But given our certain circumstances, yeah, I don't think that I was trying to like take from anyone. It was like, okay, so I love to be with a bunch of people, but then at some point it gets narrower and that's where the tension really builds. And I kind of feel like I would have just been more of a sage and been like, hey, I'm not going to team up so much. I'm just gonna, you know, try to do my best on my own. And so that way I can kind of see what you mean, where it's like piratey, but yes, also like trying to find that balance in that. I don't know if that made sense. I took melatonin and then I didn't nap. So I'm like, I don't even know what I'm saying. But I think that what I am the most proud of is just, I knew that I wasn't the fastest, and I knew that there were some veteran strategists in the group, and I wanted to put in all of my effort and time into what I could. So like for the river, where like Zach's pointing something out to me, it's because I had already scouted the area within the realms of what I was allowed because I had a hint. And so I think I got there at 12 that day when everyone else got there at 5. And I walked around and I tried to find a tree that semi looked like a little, you know, pixelated image of a tree within a park. And so like, yeah, so it wasn't that I was getting so much help, it was that I really put in the time and effort, and then swimming through the river with a bunch of metal shrapnel when it was 50 degrees water for an hour. Like I've just put in a lot of work into it. and it was really fun. And I liked how it turned out too. I think it ended up being a cheery little game, and that's what Joel worked so hard for.
Nice.
Very, very good answers. And I do mean it when I'm like, awesome job to all of you. And it is really unique how everyone plays very differently and takes on the game. And this has been a really fun group to be a part of. So anyway, so thank you guys.
Or who would like to go next?
I guess we will. This season I knew was going to be very different than even the other seasons that I played in, and I knew I would have a bullseye on my back for the majority of the game. And playing the other seasons as well as this one, I've always gone in maybe too much. I like the game, I like the strategy of it all, as well as playing against Offie. It's been fun. The simple question would be, what one word sums up your gameplay for this season, being in the final 3? One word. Not a lot of words, just one. Because a lot of the strategy of this game was I made a maneuver, worked with 4 or 5 people to try to play one thing out. And I followed through on what I said on those things. So to me, a single word can sum up your entire gameplay very easily. I like the strategy of the game. And so I was always trying to work steps ahead, knowing that I might end up in fire. It was always a potential, so I always knew that was a route that I may go out in. And I did. So now I sit here also with power on the other side. Josh.
One word.
One word.
Does it have to be one word? That's kind of the rule. I mean, I would have to say fire would be the word, or yeah, that would be the single word. But play to my strengths.
Yeah. I was more so thinking adventure or explore.
Okay, good.
I would say research.
I have one final question in regards to the video at the end, Bethany. Wondering why you gave up after coming so far, and I get emotion because we're going after the same thing and the motion builds and all that, but I was really surprised when we got to the end and I'm on the other side of the river and I hear that you've given up. And then I heard that you had kind of like, just, we're done and we're handing it off. Not that Cody didn't deserve it. I do think Cody, I wish he would have gotten it. I think he worked very hard, not that you didn't, but in that end, to give up right at the end when you got it, what was going through your mind at that point? Emotional, or just tired? I mean, I get it, the game's rough, it's hard, and you're tired and you're like, okay, and then you don't want somebody to lose. I think that's maybe where you were like, he worked hard and you wanted to give that off. I just was curious because that definitely weighed for me tonight's decision on letting it go at the end.
I think that the interpretation sounds like I was giving it up. I was giving it, and that's really the difference.
For what reason?
My reason was because he was a gentleman and he really helped me to encourage me as I was running. And I mean, like, he was growling at the end because I was grunting and like just making all of these sounds just to push through to the end. And it felt really good to have that encouragement, and his guidance on all of that felt empowering. And I didn't feel like I had crossed that river alone, paddling especially. But he was strong in other ways as well. I would say that you got a lot of power, You don't need the vote to have power, you've got a lot of strength, and I can attest to that. And I've also noticed when that power is, when you guys are gentlemen, when you are showing how you can restrain the power too, is very powerful, and probably more powerful than the strength. And so that's why I decided to honestly give it to Cody, because he, you know, I felt like he deserved it, and I couldn't imagine someone who was at the top the entire game to not be in the final. So that's my answer.
Thank you for sharing that, because I felt like with what I saw there, it shifted my vote around to feel like you were quitting out of the game when I know you've played hard. But I also respect how hard Cody has played, and everybody has played excellent this whole season. I mean, it's been fun, and there's been ups and downs, but I also can understand that and emotionally feeling like, hey, he was there and he was a teammate and going through that. So thank you.
Hey guys. So a lot of fun. The ones that I missed, I did miss. Looks like the more fun. So sorry, kiddos. You know how it is. Rachel, everybody knows how it is. But was a blast getting to know you guys a little bit better. So my question is, we'll have a lot of fun, some camaraderie, some new friends, etc. What lessons, what life lessons, do you have for yourself or your children, current or future, that you would want to teach them coming out of this? And I will give you one lesson. Not that you're going to say, but I'm going to tell you a lesson, and you can do more. And so I have 3 boys. Rachel has 3 boys. I said this at the end of last season, but in life, other than my kids serving Jesus, the biggest thing that I really kind of want to do is I really want them, also not to be bums, but I want them to love each other. And what I see with you 3 boys and girl is that you guys really love each other and you have each other's backs. And so when we say, like, fans of the Galzos, like, it's, I like you as people, but I like that you love each other as family. And I think it's really, really cool, nieces and nephews and cousins. And I yearn for that for my boys. So that's the one that you cannot take.
That's a really good one.
What's the next one?
Actually, when you said that, weeks ago, like that had occurred to me, so I appreciate that insight. For me, the biggest lesson that I'm taking from this personally, I'm a little bit older. I got an 8-year-old son at home. I spend most of my life living for him. I take him to soccer practice. I did that tonight. We go to sports. He goes to wrestling. I'm always doing stuff for him. And, there's something special about doing something for yourself. And I feel like there's so many guys out there, so many parents out there especially, that get older and you just stop having fun. Fun is for college kids, fun is for high schoolers, but a full grown-ass man shouldn't be running through the park in the middle of the night chasing goats or whatever Joel has us doing. And the fact that he can do that is just phenomenal, that he's pulled that off, to have people with kids out, put their kids to bed and then run around and do stuff. And I think that's really cool. I put my son to bed tonight, and his last words before he's falling asleep is, "Dad, make sure you go win tonight." It's like, yeah, like instead of me cheering him on, he gets to cheer me on, and that doesn't get to always happen. You don't always get to see your parents having fun. You just see your parents working all the time, working and then serving you. So I really appreciate, or that's the lesson I'm taking from this, is to keep doing that. So thanks, Joel, a lot for providing me an opportunity to do that. Else I would just be obsessed with work and my kids.
No, I really value, in observation, how, the lesson that you gave us, if that makes sense. I value relationships a lot, and I really value getting to know people. So taking on opportunity, because I feel like I'm in the stage of life where I really, really desire what you all have. And so just trying something new, getting out of the comfort zone, because I'm a really cautious person. So that includes meeting new people, if that makes sense. But also finding ways to serve others within that. So I don't know, I love those specific lessons with going into the next season of life in addition to that. So thanks for the adventure.
That's good. Now I have big shoes to fill. Okay. I guess something that I've grown better at through this game is knowing what I'm capable of physically and achieving different things that I didn't think I would. And so I think even in some ways, kind of in an underdog position, it was just like I felt like I could still try to see what I could do. And I feel like that's so powerful, because if you just challenge yourself enough to be able to see what you might do at the other side of a challenge is amazing. And you might really surprise yourself with that. And yeah, I think that that's another reason why I was very okay with having crossed the river like in the Final Four. Like I was so thankful to have come that far for my own mindset. And I guess that's what I really want. I think something, that's what I want to teach women online through what I do, is just to find confidence. And I definitely found that in this.
Well, here we are. You guys made it. Really cool. It was fun to play alongside with you guys and sometimes against you guys, whether you knew it or not. To those. I didn't really think all that would be on there, but you know, that's why I'm here and not there. But yeah, just looking over that video, it's just kind of cool to see, you know, how we grew from the beginning to the end. And I was originally going to ask the question that Gauger did, just, you know, like, what did you learn from it? How did you grow, kind of thing. But just keep it simple. Why do you guys think we should vote for you? Why do you think you personally deserve to be the ultimate scavenger? Not looking for anything specific, not looking for a vote grab, just introspectively looking into how you performed and everything. Why do you think you personally should be the one that gets that vote? Let's start on this side first. Josh has had to
Bethany has to go
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Teammate. I think that I've just put my all into it, and like I was saying earlier, like I put in a ton of time and effort into it. Dragged my whole family on Thanksgiving Day to watch going in the river and all that, and just spending time like ciphering a code for a ring that I only had a photo of half of the ring. Like I put in a lot of effort into all of it because I knew that you guys were fast and you're smart and you guys scavenge things like crazy, and I just knew that I wanted to give myself the best shot at winning. And for that reason, I feel really thankful for how far I've come, and I feel really capable of what I've done. And like I said before, like I don't feel like that was on my own either. So thank you for that, Cody.
That is a good question. I don't know. I don't want to ask for any votes because I would not be here without everyone's help, if that makes sense. I have relied on a lot of people. I've had effort in being piratey. It's very hard. But that's part of the adventure of kind of figuring that out. But putting in the effort as well, kind of echoing that. But also, I do want to recognize everyone else's effort. Cody, you've put a lot of effort into this, and you should be sitting here. So I appreciate the help that you've given me, as well as everyone else. So I don't necessarily want to ask for any votes, if that makes sense.
And you're also really fast.
She was pretty fast. I mean, so that's a good question. It's very similar to Rachel's question as far as, you know, what am I proud of? And I really think that for me, I didn't have a lot of time at the beginning because of family and friends and work that I just had to be committed to. But when I did have time, I think I used that time really wisely. And I tried hard, but on the end of the day, like both these ladies tried just as hard as me or more. And I think everyone here tried really hard. But at the end of the game, we have to have strategy and we have to have game some sort of gameplay, and that's where we get. And some of it's just luck. It's lucky that I ran into the room and found that last clue, and Cody, you didn't get it. So like some of it's luck, some of it's strategy, but at the end of the day, like I don't really care. I had a lot of fun, and frankly, both of these girls are amazing, and so definitely give your first vote to one of them. I would like to just ask that you guys all give me your second vote, and that's all I want.
You did there.
Good job.
Cool. Well,
So clever.
I'm okay that I'm not there. These are the 3 people that I wanted. You can ask Emma, you can ask Josh. Like, my goal was simply to get to the Final Four and was pushing. So I'm cool letting everyone else win, and that's awesome because you guys deserve to be there.
Hey, we all have fun.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
It was awesome.
You guys, honestly, you guys answered and asked a lot of the questions that I've been thinking about for a while, and I do allow my wife to ask a question. She always gets asked questions. So Joy, would you like to ask one, or do you think it was answered?
Like they all hit on like the different things. Like you said, I was thinking through a couple different questions, and you guys pretty much hit on the things I was thinking about, and the answers that you guys gave pretty much hit on what I was thinking about. I could throw one kind of twisty one in there. You
Go
want me
for
to
it.
do
Yeah,
that?
go for it.
Okay, it's not super twisty. Okay, so just then you guys were complimenting each other, which I thought was really cool. So to kind of add a little extra element there, I want each of you to say like something that you are proud of the other people's game with. I don't know what you thought I was going with, but
You're like, you complimented, now you need to put each other down.
you guys put each other down. But like, say something like that you really were like, wow, I can't believe you did that, or you were amazing when you did that. I don't know. But you have to say it of both of the other people.
Yeah, Emma.
Okay. Yes, I get to go first. Bethany, there's a dog. Bethany.
Thank you.
No. I really admired. I admired your effort, and then I admired the research, the word that you used to kind of strategize and work your way around the game, and really try to sort of add to the strengths that you already had. I think you're very smart, so you did very, very well. And then Josh, your adventure skills. I love hearing about all of what your family does, and I know for a fact that like that plays into fire making. It plays into seeking for the what's it called? Oh my gosh. The specific items on the island. You helped me out so much. So I appreciate that. And it was really fun being your teammate. So yeah, good job.
Thanks. I guess I'll go next. Bethany, I mean, you definitely put in a lot of work. I mean, at some times I was actually probably even envious or jealous about how much work you did. But then on the other hand, I thought about him like, that's commitment. Like you definitely had a lot of commitment, and you could definitely see throughout the whole process that your commitment was there, even in the things that aren't naturally. Like for me, I lived in the woods for a while, so like I should be able to build a fire. But like, you know, I don't know your background, but you probably didn't live in the woods for a long time. You know, like, so like, you know, some of these skills that Joel made you do, like going to the rusty river, like you did it anyway. So, you know, that's super awesome. I'm very proud of you on that. And Emma, you're probably one of the most welcoming people I've ever been with. And I feel like Joel created this environment, and I felt like everyone here, most of the people here have some sort of connection. I felt like a little bit of an outsider, but luckily you were here, and I felt like you, in a way, you were a huge glue to the whole group, gluing everyone together and making everyone feel welcome. And I thought that was amazing.
I think you both are welcoming people. I really do. I think you, I don't know, I just think that you are people who make other people feel comfortable. And I really enjoyed being in the final event with you guys because it was just really fun. Like, there was no part of it that felt contentious or anything. It just felt like a really good time, and that was amazing. But about you specifically, Josh, I know you're Myers-Briggs type, so I know that you're highly logical. And I also think that logical people have a way of just seeing clarity in situations, and like you said, like other like drama situations, it's just something that you don't have to spend your time thinking about. So that's excellent. And I think that's why you can think so logically when you're crossing a river fast and building a fire fast. And Emma is an ENFJ, like me. And so we have logic, only we have first and foremost the desire to make other people succeed and feel comfortable. And
Cautiously.
yes, and Josh also has that. And so I just want to say, like, it's just something that can weigh very heavy on a game like this when winning could actually happen, but it's just something that you're able to do so genuinely and openly, like you never hold back on giving out of your heart.
We sound like horrible pirates.
I am a terrible pirate. I don't want to be a pirate.
I think the challenge of these events is I never want to create drama, but I do want to create friction and inconvenience, like really fun inconvenience, because people don't seek that out. So I just try to find ways to like just add a little bit of inconvenience to get people out of their comfort zones. Like, you've never done this marble thing before, and suddenly you have to do it in front of everybody, and then if you fail, then like how do you react to that? Because I think when you react to that in a certain way, that really kind of really shows you like who you are. And then like when you get through an event, so to me it's just really rewarding seeing everybody tackle challenges, everyone too, especially Cody, who got out too, like tackle certain things, because like you just go, okay, these people are really strong, how are they going to do with it? And then you see them kind of like, oh, they didn't do that as well, and then oh, they did this well. It's just fun. I enjoyed it. It's tough, but again, I don't really try to create drama. I just really want to get friction, like, because if it's not hard enough, it's not worthwhile to like feel like you got a victory. And so that's what I try hard to do. So I'm just proud of you guys playing this whole game. The 4 people that are out make it worthwhile so that you guys can win. Like, you got to have those risks so that it's worthwhile to win. And it's tough creating a game in your backyard to do this. So the way voting's gonna work, okay, obviously is the final 3. You guys are only allowed 1 vote, okay? So you're gonna have to vote for one of each other. You can't vote for yourself, naturally, okay? The jury, you guys are allowed 2 votes, but they have to be 1 for 2 different people, okay? Does that make sense? So
we get 1 vote per person.
Yeah, so you could vote for Emma or Bethany. Okay. And you know, you can get 2 votes. So we'll walk you through it. So we have the voting booth over there. All right, let's get to voting. So Josh, you can go first.
All right.
I think you put in the most hours and time, so I'm voting for you.
And I hope both do well, but also there needs to be a winner, so I totally get it. But Josh, it was really fun being your teammate.
I literally tried to think of this in my head all day, and I haven't had a strong inkling one way or the other. So I'm gonna put a note on this paper. And I'd like permission to keep it to myself. Of course, you can deduce it later by the amount, but it's just because I like them both very much.
I know exactly who I'm voting for, and kind of like the theme of my question when I asked the 3 of you, I'm big on camaraderie and teamwork.
Bethany went at something that seemed very challenging to her, and she did it in a way that was unflinching. I think that she was kind, even with stealing.
So I respect you as a person. I like you as an individual, and I think as a player in this game, you had a lot of strategy as well on the other side. Different than I might have done it, but I respect your gameplay.
That did give me a lot to think about. I thought I had my vote set in stone, but the impassioned speeches by all of them. It really gives you a lot to think about. This has been a pretty cool journey.
You guys ready? Okay, let's read the vote. So obviously you guys have little buckets. I'm gonna read a vote, drop in the bucket, so we'll keep track of it. Okay? So yeah, I'm really curious. Joy counted it. She knows there's a winner.
Hey.
First vote goes to Josh.
Yeah. Thank you for that second vote.
It's not two. Okay. Second vote, Bethany. Better hold on to that. That's worth a lot of money. Sell that on eBay. Another vote goes to Josh. Another vote, Bethany.
Yes.
Another vote, Emma.
Yeah.
Next vote goes to Josh. What count we at?
3-2, 3-2-1.
I get all the second votes that way.
Another vote goes to Josh.
Sure.
Bethany. What's the count right now?
4-3.
In which direction? That way.
Josh. Josh's.
Another vote, Bethany.
Interesting.
Emma. Last vote.
Tiebreaker.
What's the, yeah, what do we got now?
4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Emma.
The winner of the official season 2 is Josh. Congrats. Quick, short little speech, just short.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate this. No, this is a lot of fun. I had a ton of fun. I did have strategy going in here, and I'm glad it paid off to be able to get you guys the second votes. I appreciate that. No, but it was great. I really think you guys did amazing, and I definitely think either one of you should have been able to beat me, and I would have been very happy if you did. But on the other hand, since this is a competition, I am going to go to bed tonight with a smile to be a winner.
You get to tell your son.
And I get to tell my son. Question is, should I wake him up in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe I should.
So, congrats, Josh.
Thanks. Thank you,
Your
y'all.
prize, sir.
Whoa!
You get a official Scavenger loot bag and a winner hat.
Gotta wear the hat.
Yeah.
Just the side. Man, how much gold can I fit in this? Probably a lot of gold. This is pretty good. Well, thank you, Joel.
Great plan, man. What a close game. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, if there is ever a next time. I'm gonna go back to slumber now. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joel.
Wonderful. Drive home safe. Well, there you have it. The final episode. We now have what I would say is it's really technically the third, even though this is the second season online, the third winner. So my younger brother Jonah won the first season. Giancarlo won the second season, and now Josh brings it back after losing the second season, not being able to pitch. He brought his A game and he brought out a win. And I thought it was just fun. It was fun to see his win. I knew he loved the adventure from the very start. I mean, honestly, all of them did, but it was cool to see him. He was excited, and it's fun to reward people who are just excited to win this thing. Because again, he just won a hat, but he can say he won a hat doing like 17 challenges or whatever it was.
Hey, Harvey.
What?
Guess what happened last night?
What?
I went to the game, and guess what? I won the whole thing.
You did?
Yeah!
That's amazing.
If you enjoyed this whole season, if you know anybody who would like to watch it, seriously, just send it to them, give a thumbs up, hit subscribe. I don't know if I'll do another season. Even at the time of recording this, I have some ideas of what I would like to do if I wanted to. I'm kind of thinking about doing maybe an All-Stars one. So we'll see. That's just like really, really hardcore. Probably a little bit even shorter than what I've done here. It's just tough. But I'm getting the itch again because it's just always fun. It's just always fun. And I just keep getting ideas of like, oh, this could be a good challenge. So again, if you enjoyed this, send a message. Let me know you watched it. Send it to a friend. And yeah, I don't know when the next one will be, if there is a next one, but hit subscribe because you never know. And maybe in 6 to 8 months or 10 months, maybe you'll be surprised by another season. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following along these tons of episodes over many, many months. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night.
Bethany, I think you put in the most hours and time, so I'm voting for you. Put it in the box.
Bethany, you were absolutely incredible, and I really respect how you played. And I'm so grateful to be in the top 3 with you. Josh, you're also absolutely incredible. I had more interaction with Josh, and he was my teammate. So I'm super grateful that I can vote for Josh. And I hope both do well, but also there needs to be a winner, so I totally get it. But Josh, it was really fun being your teammate. Good luck, dude. All right, thanks. Yep.
I literally tried to think of this in my head all day, and I haven't had a strong inkling one way or the other. So I'm gonna put a note on this paper. And I'd like permission to keep it to myself. Of course, you can deduce it later by the amount, but it's just because I like them both very much.
I appreciate all of the awesome answers everybody gave tonight. I think all 3 of you played amazingly. This is a really fun season to be a part of. So congrats to all 3 of you for making it into the final 3. I know exactly who I'm voting for, and kind of like the theme of my question when I asked the 3 of you, I'm big on camaraderie and teamwork, and just very drawn to like positive, upbeat attitudes. And so the 2 people for me in the game that I just am drawn to as far as the way it was enjoyable to compete with, and just consistency throughout the game, which I really appreciate, were Josh. Josh also being a parent, and just even knowing the commitment of time and things that you put in, so I appreciate that. But we had fun when we got to compete together, so I really enjoyed our connection and teamwork and just humor and laughing about things. Josh, you earned my vote. Just the way you played, I appreciate. And then Similarly, Emma, I think you have such a sweet personality, and you've been very encouraging to everybody on the team, and you put your all into it, but just always had a kindness about you, and so I appreciate that. And the way you did the race in Joel's backyard and tumbled over the fence, I still give you mad props for that, because you played really hard and had a good spirit of just getting up and walking off. So that's the reason you two are getting my vote. Bethany, I give you so much praise for the fact that you put so much time and effort into really strategizing, and definitely worked hard to get to where you are. So by no means, I appreciate the commitment and effort, and you played hard, really hard. So congrats on making it to top 3. But yeah, Josh and Emma, have to give you my vote. So congrats, guys.
I think that Bethany went at something that seemed very challenging to her, and she did it in a way that was unflinching. I think that she was kind, even with stealing. I think that she regretted conflict, and from what I know about Bethany, she takes hard things in life and uses them to overcome, but also to challenge others to overcome. And I appreciate that about her and her husband a lot. I'm really proud of everything that she's doing in life, and to me, the way that she played the game represents fun, camaraderie, brotherhood, and kindness, and I really appreciated that. That's my first vote. Secondly, I'm going to vote for this person. The way that he lives his life with his family represents this guy. Fun, crazy, always an adventure. Never met a review that he could not challenge and accomplish. Never met a mountain he couldn't climb, a distance he couldn't travel, couldn't hike. I love what Josh is doing with his son. I love the sense of adventure he's putting in. I love that he just wanted to do the fire challenge, that he wanted fair play in the final and fair play in the fire making challenge, and I really appreciated it. So, without regrets and with excitement, with my second vote, I vote Josh.
Tonight was it was a good culmination of a great season, and just a lot of great players. Bethany, I'm just going to talk to you first. I came in tonight planning to not cast a vote for you, just based on what I heard over the walkies and what happened on the island, and most of my gameplay has been probably the majority of emotionless. Emotion is not the core value that I'm running on. It's analytically thinking out, the strategy and all that kind of stuff. But I can appreciate the emotion that you brought to the game, as well as your overall gameplay and your attention to detail. And I respect, you coming out 5 hours early with the clue that you had. And I know we've had our back and forth, and I thought about this tonight. I think the one piece that made me want to play against you was my brothers and my sister. I guess our Gelzo clan, we play hard, but we have fun. Like, we poke each other on the ribs, but we love each other. And I think I saw you play, and you started out soft, and then you push back, and I like that. And as you push back, I wanted to play against that. So I respect you as a person. I like you as an individual, and I think as a player in this game, you had a lot of strategy as well on the other side. Different than I might have done it, but I respect your gameplay. So I am casting one for you. Josh, I respect you as a brother. I respect your gameplay, and you brought a lot of fun to the game. I loved you from the other season, even though you pissed me off with dragging and hanging on to my belt loops. I also respect you for that too, and just being a real pain in my butt. I think it was a fun season, and we all had a great time. I appreciate your heart in the game, and I think that's what you brought to it. And if I had to lose to somebody doing fire, it had to be you. So I appreciate you. Emma, I think you're a fantastic person. I had fun playing the game. You did backstab a little bit behind closed doors with Cody, and I think that definitely affected me in the whole process of it as well. I think you're a fantastic person as well. Just tonight, you're not getting my vote.
Whew. That did give me a lot to think about. I thought I had my vote set in stone, but the impassioned speeches by all of them really gives you a lot to think about. This has been a pretty cool journey, and I mean, the first vote's gonna be easy. I am a man of my word. I'm a man of principle. When I give my word, I keep it. From day one, said my job was to get her in. Do I put it directly in, or just see that steady?
You can put it in.
And I want to see you win. So if I couldn't be the one, it's you. Second, I really thought my vote was going to be Josh, but just looking back over all of this season and not realizing the impact that Bethany and I's friendship that we had kind of developed in this had really kind of changed my heart and my mind. And Josh, I love you. If you win, that's awesome. If I could get a third vote, it would make voting irrelevant, because then we'd all just vote for everyone. But have to follow my heart, have to listen to where I'm feeling led. But regardless, you three guys killed it. Ball don't lie. There's a reason I'm not there and you guys are. So, love y'all.